11.
All right, folks, we're back. Um, so we have Manny Montas, the Tilapia, and Alec Saputo. It's a very good match. Ball in hand. Let's see what Manny does here. I think he's just gonna pocket the one ball and two, and then take the 3-9 combo. Nice shot. And the two. Let's roll a little bit. Cue ball and take the 3-9 combo. There you go. All right, Manny take the first blood. Manny broke dry. He left Alec a shot here in the one, so let's see what he does here. It's like he's aiming bottom, maybe three rails, one, two, or just two rails. Oh, he got unlucky there. He's going aerial. Alec is pretty good shot on this table, small table. So he's using the first or air two jump cue. Oh, the good attempt right there. Manny has been playing really good. Last night we had a eight-man ring game, and I believe he won or split it with Pedro last night. So expecting him to shoot very well today. Got a little bit of angle on the four. He's gonna try cue ball for the five. Good shot. Uh, I'm probably gonna see a safety here. You can play that cue ball behind the five, or I can bank the five ball on the side and leave the cue ball there. Just looking at pocketing that five down in the corner. Let's see what he does here. Good attempt, but it was not quite a sellout. I believe Alec a top shot in the five ball. You want to do it, Mike? Mike, good, good. Come on, Mike. All right. I'm relieving myself. I'm gonna eat, and I'll leave Mike D to commentate.
Hello,
Yep.
hello, it's your boy Mike D, Manny
Bova, Jack
Montas, and
Russell, table 10.
Alex S. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Manny's gonna try to roll up, play safe. Let me find out the score. Okay, it's 0-1. All right, cool. It's hard to talk into this mic because you can't hear yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you cross bank that ball with the slide, it doesn't take the English as much. So came up a little short. You gotta make sure you put a little extra English when you're crossing the ball in new felt. Manny's got a decent angle here. I feel like he's got to draw it back. He might go forward 2 rails. Um, so yeah, for me, I either draw it back or I go 2 rails. But even 2 rails is risky with the new felt. Um, anytime you take risk in a shot, you risk getting hooked. So Manny just kind of took the worst of it there. But try to kick safe here. He hit a little too hard for my liking, but you know, some people say on bar box you want to kind of hit and hope. I kind of like to play like two-way like separation on that shot. He would have hit it like half that speed. The balls would have stayed on opposite ends. All right, so Alec has a little work to do here. He needs to come under the 8. So he needs to kind of snatch it back about 2 feet. He kind of got. I mean, that's not bad, really. I feel like I play it in the side, but at least he was able to hit it with a really confident stroke. So that's a benefit the way he played it. I do like the way he played it. All right. All the amateurs out there, make sure you check behind you. I'm really bad at it. It's cost me a lot of matches. Takes away momentum. He did a little drag stroke. That was nice. Well played. You know what helps me with that shot? A lot of times, when you're straight in on a ball and you, you try to think about your fundamentals aligning up and everything. I try to play shape to another ball, and then what it does is it allows me for not ever let the miss come into play or my alignment not being perfect, because really on a shot like that you don't need to be perfect, you just need to get close. So just deliver that stroke and play position to an imaginary ball. I'm sure some good players do that, you know. All right, let's see how he's breaking them. I like to do the cut break with low right and draw it to the long rail. So he got a little fortunate, made a ball inside. think he needs to add more spin to get that wing ball going in. Outside English is what I like to use to start off with. Very delicate safe there, especially with the new felt. That inside's very hard to control. So for my tendency personally, I like to aim that ball a little softer than firmer. You know, on slower tables, you might be more on the firm side, but on this particular table, it's really slick. The ball's deflecting more. So you want to hit it a little slower to make sure the English grabs so you tuck under those two balls. Manny's electing to play the jump here. The only issue with the jump is getting shape on the two ball is still a tough task. So for me personally, I like to kick this ball 2 rails, play the 1 down by under the 9, and then hopefully the cue ball can tie up under the cluster here, the 3-7. Okay, so Manny was aiming to make that. I feel like that's why that shot was not a good shot. Okay, straight shooter Magooter. Pass tables. So yeah, you know, guys gotta realize on this newer felt, you need to be on the shorter tendency, like laying up and give yourself a little longer distance shots because the ball is coming in hot. So what that means is, there you go, see how he rolled up? If he's a little short, so be it, but you don't want him to go past the ball and have no shot. So he made a nice adjustment there. Okay, so for me, he raised up, so he didn't get the amount of draw, so he skinned that ball. Now he's got a tougher angle on the 6, which is very manageable, but it could have cost him, you know? So let's see if he can get back in line and, you know, get back to making good decisions. Use a little outside. So yeah, this table, it's running so fast. I like to play on the other side of the 8 there because the right side pocket was much bigger than the left side, but he went for the bank. Okay, a lot of people would try to snatch this ball back, but the problem is if you jump up, your tendency is to get hooked by that 9. I like to punch it forward, center ball. You're gonna have a shot. Just push through the ball. There you go. Even if you bump the 9, you're not gonna have issues there. So once again, this table is playing like lightning. He drew it back a little much. So for me, you gotta you gotta kind of lay up short because the tendency of, I mean, each one of the angles, if you were playing at your home pool room with a felt that was nice and worn, these balls are much more controlled. They're sliding. They're not acquiring English off the rails because of the new felt. So it's very slick, and the reaction is causing the balls to give these guys tough angles. And tough angles, you know, eventually there's a consequence if you keep getting tough angles. So, um, you know, bar box pool is not as much like big table pool where you get a bad angle if there's a consequence. But you know, slick conditions are super difficult to control. Getting the solid angle. You like to just play stop shots if you could. All right, see what Manny's doing. So Manny's cutting it with no spin, and he didn't make the wing ball, so that means he didn't hit the head ball thin enough. The thinner you hit the head ball, the more the wing ball is going to go downward, so down table. So instead of it going to the long rail like its tendency, you hit it thinner, and it stretches that wing ball into the corner pocket. Now, a regular 9 ball, you wouldn't have to do that because it's 3 or 4 inches lower. So the angle is natural for the ball to go, the object ball to go in the corner, the wing ball.
Here we go.
That was a heck of a shot. He didn't cover the cue ball, but like I say, if you can't cover one, cover the other. Efren covers both. Pick your role model. See which one you want to be. You want to be Efren, try to get both of them. But that's the difference between greatness and good amateurs is the pros, I swear. I mean, yeah, they play principle safe from time to time and just cover one objection of the shot. But when they're really playing well, they're covering the object ball and the cue ball. Double trouble. Good shot, Manny. So do you see the speed he hit there? Instead of whacking it hard, he had an opportunity to create separation. You know what I mean? So by hitting it that speed, there's a reward at the end of the process of the, he made a good decision. Here's his reward. Let's see if it pays off. Watch his ball. So he's trying to get under those two balls, but the table's playing super, super fast. It's almost uncontrollable. He got fortunate to hook him on that third ball above the two clusters, but you know, once again he played decent speed and covered one of the balls. You'd like to see him use the bigger surface of the 5-7 to block, to snooker him or whatnot, but he got there. Can't really hate on him. I like to two-rail this ball. And I like to hit it with left spin and try to kick the one down into the 2-6. All right. Let's see, how he deals with it.
Francisco Chica, Rich Rustin, table 6. Cancel that.
So I guess the objective here is to get that 5-7. So we could play shape to the 4 in the side and try to use that angle. Yeah, he was trying to play the pro side on the floor.
Les Duffy, Dale Campbell, table 6.
I feel like that was harder to get to, but the side pocket wasn't no easy shot either, so. Well, the 5's still a lot of work here, guys. I mean, I'll tell you what Efren could do here. He could hit straight at that 4 ball with left spin and duck under the 6, but Manny's got to play here, so I would recommend. So the 8 ball's in its path, so you have two options. You can hit it with a lot of spin and come short side, or you can stretch it with high English and come, into it above the 8 ball. So he played spin, short side. That was one of the ways. And now he's got work to do. Wow, that was a really good attempt by Manny. He was trying to duck under the 7, and he didn't get there, but he almost ducked the 5 also. So I feel like there was a lot of value in that shot. Unfortunately, he fell short on both aspects. So for me, I can't say that. I mean, the outside kind of hurt him a little, but really he's trying to get in between them balls for sure. I'm so tall, I just hit draw and come above it and just let it ride. I mean, that's wonderful speed, Alec. I'm pleased with that shot. No matter if the guy beats me from here, he made it tough for him. That's his objective in a vulnerable position. So good for him. Let's hope that I always root for the guy who makes an awesome decision like that. It was a good, very good, speedy hit there. mean, I did not see that win. So Manny's, let's see how Manny deals with this. I think you just play high ball and just let your stroke out. Don't baby this ball. Oh no. Well, for me, I'm get. Oh no. I feel like he should have just rolled up on top of it and left him in the same position. I feel like Alec has he's using his experience now. I mean, when he was younger, I feel like he didn't have the experience to really win tournaments like this, and obviously he's been through a lot. He's put a lot of time in, and I feel like he's the slight favorite here. Yeah, so Manny's a great one pocket player, and he puts a lot of time in, and he loves the game probably more than anybody I know. Every time you see Manny, he's like always smiling, like. So yeah, let's see if Alex elects to. He needs to put a little more spin and hit it thinner. Yeah, he hit it thinner. Ball goes in. Off to the races.
You ready to play? Not yet. Not yet? Okay.
Well, I'm definitely taking on the bank here just to see how he plays shape to the next ball. We got really fortunate to bump the 9. He's going to play the carom. The key here is to hit the 2 where it goes up to the middle of the table. So if you happen to miss it, you don't leave a shot on the 2 ball.
Table 17, Mr.
See what I mean? Heaven forbid he misses it. The guy's got an easy 2 ball. Not an easy 2 ball, but he's got an opportunity to put himself back in the ball game. Manny, what's the score? Manny, what's the score? So Alex up 3-2. I've never worked this before, so it's 3-2 Alec. How do I? All right, so definitely, if there's any weakness, Janine, can you mark the score for me, please? Will you ask her? Or no? What's the score? 3-2 Alec. I don't know how to do it. No, the other guy won. All right, so Alex got the score straight. Alex 3-2, race to 9, Florida State 9-ball championship, Predator State 9-ball. I don't use a Predator, but I know a lot of people that love them, and if you guys want to check out some great equipment, I'm sure you can catch it all at Racks. Some really fire food here. Come check it out. All right, so keep it simple, guys. High right, just float it up with a little bit of spin. Came up a little short. He's gonna have to bump the 4. I mean, that was very controlled, but unfortunately, he's fallen on a tough angle to get to the 5. So, I mean, he obviously has the combo, but that can't be his first option. You know, even with the combo, I guess he could slide over about, you know, a foot, play the tough combo. All right, so I like to hit this one with a little bit of speed, but with controlled speed. If you play your combos and you overhit them, the balls, they don't cooperate. It's as simple as it is, you know. If you hit them too soft, you get all types of deviation of the, of the cue ball. So I think he played wonderful speed there to tie the matchup 3-3. And, you know, even though these guys made mistakes, I think it's a really good matchup, and they're both dealing with it really well. For the mistakes they made, they're composed. And I think that's what pool needs is these young men like this to show their composure and build the sport. So. So if you guys notice, neither one of these guys are breaking very well. One's cutting it with just low and moving the cue ball very minimal, and the other one's cutting it, but he's not putting enough spin. I think neither one of them are drawing their ball enough. You know what I mean? To get that cue ball back out to the middle of the table, or somewhere near where the 3 ball's at. I mean, Shane and those guys, they can cut it 1 rail, they can cut it 2 rails, they can cut it 3 rails. Depending on the speed of the object balls, you can elect different cut breaks to get you different positions on the 1 or dressing up on the 2. If you're trying to play the 1 on the side, of course you're going to play shape to the 2. So yeah, once again, different cut breaks call for different shape for different speed tables. So Shane will cut it and go draw it back 1, 2, 3, 4 rails around the table and get shape on the 1 like that. If his normal cut break's not working, I've seen it. Sick. I think he put a great stroke on that. He just came in a little thin. He got fortunate. He point hooked him. For the amateur players here, I think your goal is not to get upset. Manny loves pool so much. You just need to do it, like you're playing at Thanksgiving dinner. Like, this is a game. We're playing spades or Monopoly. What's the objection? Be objective-minded on this 3 ball. Kick it with good speed. Take your time to measure the angle, and heaven forbid you get a good hit, and you may get a good result just because you respected that shot so much. So. I definitely think the shot is hit at 1 rail with spin. Man, he's gonna try to masse at 3 rails. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh, oh. That was brutal, brutal, brutal. I think he had to masse the ball just a teensy bit more. Teensy bit more. All right, so 3-3. Alex off to a very good starting shot. He's got slightly bad angle on the 5. I think he just roll forward and bump it. He cheated the pocket. It was very nice. I thought he had slightly bigger angle than that. But this delivering a very nice stroke right now. I really think he needed to put a little more stroke when you're drawing the ball on new felt, you really have to arc the ball a little more because it doesn't catch the English in time. So 7 ball. I love the way he killed that cue ball. That was sick. Uh, you know, when the tables are fast, slowing that rock down is a big deal. So see if he does it here again, or just center punch, or just does he drag it again?
Hey guys,
Wow.
come see Matt at the
Huge,
Insurance
huge
New
miss, and
York
still
Life
gets
Insurance.
the
He's
pool
doing
gods on his.
a free raffle. Go ask him how to get in on the free raffle. It's a $100 bar tab.
Wow.
And Leah is going around doing the 50-50. They are $1 a
Well,
ticket
Alex up
or
4-3.
7 for $5.
I think.
And then also we have
I
our
think he's holding it
drawing for the
emotionally,
Predator
really
raffle.
well.
They're $10 a ticket or 3 for
But he's
20.
still got
You
to
can come
deliver
up
that
here and
stroke,
see me or Jimmy Antoinetta, and we're also going to be raffling off a Predator Air 2 for any donations for the stream. Thank you guys.
Hey, I hope y'all heard that. Well, these guys are definitely not experienced with the cut break. They have to draw the ball more, and they're kind of. Alex getting the right idea, going thinner, but he's just not stroking it properly. So his cue ball is kind of has a lot. He's adjusting though. I will tell that. Um, so for me, I just jack up and draw it. What a shot, Manny. What a shot. Adios mio. Unbelievable shot. Now just get your shit together, excuse my language, and handle your business, Manny. Make it fun. That's how you play pool. There you go. Measure the angle. See where you want to get. Respect the game. It'll be good to you. All right, you're okay, man. You got straight in. Use your stroke to overcome this objection. You could do it, brother.
Are you wanting to do the stream one or the predator one?
Manny. He had a bad angle on the 3 ball, and that's how it goes. Manny went on tilt, and he got lucky and hooked him. He fired it. I don't disagree with his shot, but I do disagree with his speed. He would have hit a better speed there. He had had 2 opportunities to pocket that object ball, the cross side or the twice cross side. So definitely in banks, it's crucial to, if you're in a tough spot, play that right speed. I swear it goes so far. That was what I was talking about earlier, how you create that separation with draw or spin. He hit it a little light, made it a little heavy, but I give applause for the effort there. He forced Manny to come with a shot here. Missed it fat. Unbelievable. Mm. So yeah, Alex here kind of just snatched this ball. See, he put a lot of draw, real slow. and played the controlled shot. That was so beautiful. I mean, it looked easy because everything went right.
Carlos Gomez, Dalton Murray,
The
table
right stroke.
16.
Same thing here. Just line up, center ball. You want to aim to the center of the pocket here because you're getting the slide. So he's gonna try to play the bump to 9 here. So here's the deal, guys. When you know, my biggest flaw is I just get down and whack it. I make it sometimes, but speed again, guys. Listen, the speed, the ball's sliding off the rail. If you hit it a little slower, it'll play square. The issue there is the ball was sliding and never grabbed it. You know, never grabbed, so just how it goes. Manny's just Manny has everything. He could really. I mean, I think he can still win this match based on what I'm watching. Just needs to get it together.
Leon Mika, table 3 with Jeffrey DeLuna. Leon Mika. Table 18, Benji Esther, Terry White. Table 18.
So for me, if these guys took a break lesson, I feel in my heart they're gonna need to work on their break. I mean, everybody's broken dry. Uh, I mean, it's not that they're not adjusting; they're seeking for the information, but they need to get on the right point. I mean, they're breaking dry often. It's like you know, 7 and 6, 7 out of 8 or 6 out of 8. I'm not hating. I'm just saying they're both great players. They both play other games besides rotation. They both have experience, but the breaks uh, proven to give them issues. So obviously you have to work on your weaknesses, but you know, everybody has a bad day breaking. I mean, it's never easy. So it's easy from the chair. That's what they say. So yeah, if you take risk and you let the cue ball go, and you hit more than one ball, that couldn't have been part of your plan. So your goal is to hit, one ball, and if you need to stop it with that one ball, I try not to run into clusters unless it's the last option because then you got more balls moving, more to control. I mean, he just straight up jumped that. Wow, Alec. He's got such an effortless stroke. He reminds me like a Mika or something. He has an effortless stroke. He's like a Rodney. 5-3. This is a battle. Don't think if Manny gets a game, his chest won't puff up and he can control the match from there. Pool's definitely, a momentum game. So you might miss some balls, but you can still overcome it. Just one good shot gets you back in the game, get your confidence back. So I mean, it's a brutal situation here Manny's put himself in because Alex giving him these opportunities. He just needs to commit and receive his moment. He deserves it. Put a lot of time in. All right. Okay. Well, he's not out of it yet. Could always bump to 6 coming 2 rails if you're trying to come short. Not the way I did it, but hey, I learned something there. That was a phenomenal shot. I just feel like, had a chance to hook himself there, but he's got a poor angle here. See if he can go forward. The right English grabbed on the new felt. Your tendency is for the English not to grab, so bottom English, just snatch the cue ball and play the cue ball and the 9 ball and then, I'm sorry, the 8 ball down in the corner. So on this shot, I like to use direction. Since you're getting a lot of slide, I still like to use a little bit of outside English to direct my cue ball. The fact that the felt's new, you got to aim it a little fatter. It's not throwing as much on new felt, but it definitely slides more. So you got to be aware of that. Worn felt grabs, but it doesn't slide. So it's a dynamic in how you aim and your starting point. Little tough 9 balls to the tester. If he misses, it could be 5-4. He used inside, overcut it. Cue ball was a little steep. I mean, you can tell there's a little nerves here, but once again, he's experienced, so he's really dealing with it better than I've seen in the past. Manny's no easy feat, so each time I respect when I'm playing a great player, of course, pressure's always on. I played a lady in the first round, and she started up 4-1. It was the most incredible thing. I wanted to show emotion and tell her how great she was shooting, but I had to just bear down and play through it. But at the end of the match, I was like, holy shit, you played great. I don't even know her name, never met her. She played unbelievable. So yeah, Manny's here. The key to this shot's not try to get perfect on the 2. Take a little more distance so you're guaranteed a shot. But then again, the distance here might get him in trouble. He's got to probably try to run into the 5 here instead of try to hold it with outside. I just like to run right into the 5 ball. And use the 5 as a stopper. You know what? I was wrong, guys. I think he could have. I mean, I still like the 5, but if he could have hit that a little firmer, he was golden. He might still be there. I think he was trying to hit the 5, but it was a beautiful stroke, good effort. Either way, he has bad body language, so he looks like he's probably hooked, but. Manny just needs to regroup and take his time. You can't win a match in one shot. Each shot matters. So just, when you feel it's getting away from you, take a little more time, respect each opportunity, and hold on to it as tighter than you ever have. Because, against the better players, less opportunity comes, pressure is going to be more. It's a very nice shot. I think he's trying to get him under the 9, or maybe he didn't think about that. He's just trying to hold the 3 under the 6. Alec elected to play safe and try to hide the white ball. I would have tried to just bunt that 3 behind the 6. Almost like I'm taking a foul. Even if I don't get a rail, I'm still going to have him snookered and he won't be able to capitalize. Like that shot, it's almost like taking a foul. The tables are so fast. You have to barely get to the ball. It's still going to travel 6 more inches. It's crazy. So that was that situation when you're hitting the ball too firm. It's sliding off the object ball. It didn't grab. He's overhitting his break, and he's overhitting his kick shots. Because it's like 3 or 4 instances where he's a bit firm. All I'm saying, on worn felt, you can get away with that, but on new felt, it's a lot more difficult to hit it firm and have control. You got to hit a little slower to maintain the angles. So when you're kicking a ball on worn felt, it'll play more square, and then on new felt, it opens up a bit. So in order to get it square, most people would think hit it harder, but you actually got to hit it with a touch of inside, or hit it with top, or you can cut it a little more and play that tendency, you know what I mean? Okay, Manny's got a tough angle here. Some great players hit this ball well. I like to hit it with straight draw and just kill it as much as I can. See how the angle of the cue ball off the 8 acquired left-hand spin? A lot of people think they need left spin there. It's really not necessary. Manny's back in the game, baby. Let's go, Manny. For your people, Manny. You don't know anybody that loves the game more than this guy, I promise you. He comes in the pool room smiling from ear to ear. He's like, I just lost Hill, but I had a great time. I mean, he's hard on himself. He's a little hard on himself, but he does love the game. Nothing's gonna keep him from coming back, you know. That's why I love to watch Manny play. It's from the heart, you know. Big heart, Manny. We gotta make a nickname for Manny.
George Saunders, Anthony Cruz, table 9.
He made the 1. Neither one of these guys are really making the wing ball, you know. So they're having a hard time putting the momentum. So when the momentum's not working for you on the break, you gotta seize the momentum. You gotta steal the momentum by playing defense, playing sound shots. So right there, he had to use a low to left spin to duck him under the 5. He's left Alec the 2-6 combination. And, you know, if he would have held Alec there, Alec might have seized the pressure. But when you're leaving a guy, you know, pretty easy situations, you know, he can get a roll, go through a ball, and it doesn't phase him. But when you've got a lot of pressure on you, you'll notice the arm get heavy and you don't play good position. The next shot, you just blunder it. It's inevitable. Okay, so the 7 goes in the corner and the side. If you want to play the 7 in the side, get a little bit smaller angle or bigger angle. And if you want to play the 7 in the corner, you play a small angle with the 5. And then if you want the 7 in the side, you can get a slightly bigger angle. So I'm going to play this in the side. Draw 2 rails in the side. His way was probably better. All the great bar box players play it like that, so I'm happy with that decision. Oh, some shot there, Alec. Some shot there. I just don't understand why he's letting his stroke out like that on a simple shot. 7-4. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably can't beat neither one of these guys if they knew how to break, but I can't tell them because they probably beat me in the tournament. I'm just sounds horrible, but competitive edge. Call it what you want. Well, he made the wing ball that time. Manny could I'm telling you, Manny could win 2 games. I predict this a hill match just based on, the way these guys are grinding. I'm going to tell you right now, I like to play this one in the side and go forward so I can feather my cue ball with the utmost accuracy. I feel like the draw stroke is not a good shot to start with ball in hand. You're definitely not playing angle. Just draw it when necessary. See right there, you just kind of threw the ball. Here's that shot where you just want to get it out to the middle of the table. Don't try to overhit it and get hooked by that ball. Oh my goodness. He came under the ball. He got very fortunate. I think he's overrun that shot by 1.5 feet. So, hallelujah. He's back in the ball game. Snatch this ball back, get a butt under the 8. Or you could cheat the pocket here, cut it into the rail, and just snatch it right above the 8. I mean, you don't even have to go under the 8. Even though you're straight in, just shoot it into the long rail and just draw it back. The thing about when it's new felt, it accepts the balls more. So if you want to shoot into the rail, it's a way to cheat the pocket, manipulate the angle. It's called manufacturing an angle. I think he did a good job there. Very important to stay on the low side of the 5 here. If you're not on the low side, you have a tough angle getting back to the 7. Oh, he's straight in. So this is his preference here. Looks like he's gonna draw it straight to the short side. Oh, Manny, come on, Manny. All right. He didn't put enough stroke. For me, I like to get to the rail there. Guarantee get to the rail. Gives yourself a little more room for error. He's gonna go up and down and just let the cue ball go. Don't even focus on the cue ball. Oh, Manny. I like to go up and down there so I never get hooked by the 9. But to each his own. See if he can manage here. It comes off hot. Adios mio. Point to the 9. He's off to the races. Like I said, guys, you just need a little. Pool's not all skill. There's conditions that are out of your control, and Manny's dealing with them. So I hope he makes this. I hope the match goes hill. Good speed on the cue ball. Manny's composed, you know. So this match is equivalent to, basketball when the one team gets up by 14 or whatever. A lot of people are like, oh, this game's over, no pressure. But each win and each bucket, you create momentum, and that momentum creates pressure. So never feel like you're out of a match, even though your mind might be somewhere else or your body's hurting. Understand that if you continue to be objective, you continue to just play one shot at a time, win the game, and each game will, man, I'm telling you, I've seen great players fold. So he switched sides. So for me, guys, the 9 ball should spot up if it's inside that 1x1 parcel. I feel like pools should come together. Golf doesn't have 3 hole-in-ones and 18 holes. I've seen guys, hang the 9, make the combo 4 times in one match, and I think it's unfair for the momentum of our game. For a 4-point triangle to be shooting out the back. It's not if the balls are completely frozen, it's very hard to do that. So, you know. Fortunately enough, it's not going to dictate this game, but oftentimes you see it. It's heartbreaking to be involved in a match where it's like 7-5 and the guy plays a combo. You know what I mean? So 7-5, drink of water, compose yourself. The key is just to get a good angle on the 5 because no shot is more important than the one that you're shooting. So if you're on this 4, don't act like this rack is ran. Act like you're playing Tetris and you're just on that level battling. So just get to the next level, which would be the 5 ball. I really like the way he played that. He just floated it. Me personally, I do not use inside here. I'll just 2-rail it. Some people use inside. I feel with new felt, inside's deflecting more. It's a tougher shot. I like to stun this ball. Take my medicine. So 2 rails, you would have got a lot closer to your ball with a relative angle. The English doesn't grab on the new felt, so now he's got to let it stroke out from a further position. It's the same shot. Should have played it. Didn't get there, but he's got an angle. If he could bump an 8 here, and the key is, I think, to miss the 8 and come back around. Let's see if he bumps.
Table 7, Joe College, Ashley Chikaski.
Bumped it.
Table 7.
He got emotional. Now he's long and jacked up on the 9. Let's see if he
Table
hits
15,
this with a
Brian
confident stroke
Sutton,
or
Jerry
if he rolls
Alvarez.
it.
Table 15.
Oh, he's elevated, hitting down on the ball.
Table
And
19,
that's how you strike that
Joel
ball.
Rodriguez. And David Angelo, Joel Rodriguez, David Angelo, table 19.
So guys, this is a huge deal. When you're got any kind of gap between the rail and you're elevated like that, what you're doing is you're sliding the cue ball. You're going to control that the cue ball doesn't come out of its spin and swerve. You're going to control a lot of the deflection. There, being confident, accelerating through the ball is going to help you make that ball. A lot of times I see amateurs roll that ball, and I think that's the wrong way to do it because some tables play off, some tables are swerving. You got, little pass where the ball deviates. If you hit it slow, you're allowing that to occur. When you jack up and you strike the ball, you're taking a lot of the variables of the unknown out of play. As long as you don't hit it like a madman and jump it off the table or something, you just have to hit down on it. It's like a draw stroke, a very subtle draw stroke. You know what I mean? Keep that ball in a backward state of mind, and you'll have good results. When the ball comes out of its backward state of mind, when you're sliding it, it does something, and that's the part that everyone controls so well. Alec hit that ball a little thin. It came long. That was one of those shots he should have 100% committed to one or the other. It was really hard to control both of them. So Manny's down 8-5. And Manny's a fighter. I don't care what nobody says. Manny loves these moments. He loves to be on the stream. I mean, I get nervous on the stream. Maybe he does sometimes, but what are we here for if we're not here to battle? So Manny's here to battle for sure. A little tight there. He didn't really spin the ball as much as he could have.
Y'all should be commentating that match.
Well, he's got a nice angle here. Just remember, it's a little slick, so you got to aim it a little fuller. Turn the ball subtly. Oh, 5 ball. I really like that stroke, Manny. That was mucho bonito, papa. Mucho bonito. Below center, the key is don't use outside. You cut this ball to get the cue ball to travel. No, he's He's looking at coming. He's gonna have a tough shot on the 9. I mean, world champions shoot this ball like it's a hanger. I think with a lot like the momentum, the way it's been going, this shot could be missed. But
Alberto Perez, Jason
slid the ball.
Villiga, table 5. Alberto Perez, Jason Villiga, table 5.
So both of them under pressure are accelerating through the ball, which is really awesome because that ball is much more predictable. You know, there's only a few players in the world that could decelerate and kill their ball, and those times are necessary sometimes. But I'd say as a key ingredient to success, you want to accelerate through the lower part of the ball to keep it in the backward state of mind, sliding the ball. All right, so the score is 8-6. I need somebody to mark the score, 8-6. Can you add a game for somebody? I don't know how to do it.
Click on score. So who got the game?
Manny.
Manny scores 2. So it's 6.
Ooh, I see it now. All right, so score is 8-6. Manny did some really weird elevation deal there. A lot of body movement. The key to this cut break, guys, if you just watch Skylar Woodward, you can learn it. Level Q, use your hand and your wrist. Everybody, this is not a 10 ball break. This is not a power 9 ball break. This is a cutting, spinning cut break. You know, you're lengthening the object ball by hitting with thinner. So you got to draw the ball, which also lengthens the object ball. Then the right English is what plays position with the cue ball off that long rail. So
It is winner
he should
break,
get a bridge
guys.
here,
Winner
but
break.
he's elected to do an awkward stroke. Let's see if it pays consequence. And it did, because there's a gap, and he's gonna have some sort of hit on this ball. Yeah, can I get a bottle of water and a Coke? And I like to get a Cobb salad too. Ranch dressing. What? You sure? I didn't ask for it though. All right, so 8-6. The key is just getting on this 3 ball. I don't know if he's gonna snatch it back, probably about 18 inches. He really overcooked it. Oh my goodness, he got an angle on the 3. He's gonna duck under the 5 here, just center ball. He used spin. That was a blunder there because he could have just ducked him gently under the 5. Didn't have to disturb anything. Could have sewed him up. You know what I mean? I'm just drinking like that. Thank you. Manny covered the 5 here, which is a big deal in this rack, especially being down by 2 games. Anytime you can get balls rolling to tie up, it's going to benefit you because you're down. You need the extra opportunities, and more opportunities for you are going to create more pressure for your opponent. So it's just something you got to decide if that's the style you want to play. Efren does it the best, where he plays separation. He gets a lot of second opportunity by the way he controls the object balls. So he's jacking up here. So for me, that's a little bit of like a Tom Cruise type of jacking up. He could have played inside level Q, and jacking up's good when you got an easy object ball, an easy pocket. But when the ball's a little tougher, elevation can ruin your night, right? So there he could have probably played inside English level Q and controlled every. 8-6. It's a battle. I feel like in my heart If Manny wins this game, he's going to win the set. And that's nothing bad on Alec. It's just Alex had a chance to close them out, hasn't done so. So, in the grand scheme of things, each opportunity wasted creates more confidence for Manny. That's just got to be a fact for sure. I'm no sports psychologist, but I feel like he hit that ball dead perfect. He hit it slightly elevated, so the object ball cuts more. The key is if you want to aim that ball the way it's supposed to be aimed, you want to make the cue ball more subtle. So you got to hit it with a little softer stroke instead of subtle the cue ball. But if it's hopping as on impact, it's always going to overcut it. So I don't know what I like to do here. Man, I think he tried to get him under the 5 and just overhit it. Tough shot here, jacked up over the 6. The back cut, gotta draw it. This new felt, don't catch English. He could scratch down the bottom left corner. Straight in like it had eyes, watch. Oh, did y'all see that? I told you. That ball scratches more times than it does that, I promise. It literally missed it by a 16th. It was 16th of an inch. Oh, that was really risky. He hit low English going towards the pocket. That's a consequence for that decision. I mean, for me, I think he's just supposed to go up and down, handle his business. He's got a stroke like Rodney or Larry, but with that stroke comes such a great responsibility. I just like to see Alec harness all of his ability. And I know as a young man, it's really difficult because he's got so much talent and so much ability. It's like, which way do I do this? I mean, for me, I'm like him. I like to do it sometimes not necessarily the simple way, and it gets me in trouble sometimes. And I really would like to see Alec put it together, control his big, burly, great stroke. Manny
Yo, did you see
raised
that
up a.
draw? It went right into the.
That's how you know it was the wrong decision. Should have played up and down and just. I think you could have got an angle to get.
Not.
I mean, you got straight in
So
on
you're
it.
saying
I don't. I'd have to show you, but I don't want to talk to you during that. 8-7, bro. This is a thriller. Is this what it's? I think commentating these guys is more fun than commentating pros. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I, you know, I see the pressure building and how they're dealing with it, and I just see that happen in sports all the time where for sure Manny loves the game. Okay, guys, Manny's switching where he's breaking from. He's elevating and down on the ball. So Manny's just not got the cut breakdown. When he does, he's going to be like 4 balls better just with the break alone. Because his ideals and his fundamentals are really nice. So there's only a few things hindering him from getting to the next level. Oh my goodness, Manny. All right. Very tough shot. I mean, you can draw this ball, but the problem is you got to cut the two. If your draw catches, you're going to draw right into that corner pocket. So you got to decide what side is two ball you want to be on. I say you want to cut that two ball with low inside and risk it scratching. But the inside's going to hold that cue ball right there on the 9. You might bump the 6, but that's called taking your medicine. And to me, I'm playing the cue ball only here. I'm using low with a touch of right. I'm going to draw it. I'm aiming it real thin with a lot of draw. He double kissed it. And you know, double kissed. He's allowed to get a roll. So, mm, mm, mm.
Table 12, Tim Moss, Mike Griffin, table 12.
Well, very nice shot, Alec. 8-7. He kind of underhit that ball. Let's see if that transfers into any mistakes during the rack. You know, it's a little more angle than he'd like here. I told you, just feel it. When you notice yourself playing the wrong speed, you gotta step back and breathe it out and visualize that speed. You gotta visualize that speed because speed don't come easy, you know? Gotta figure it out. High ball. Let's come forward. You know, Manny's way was better. For me, I play high, but he's fallen on this angle beautifully to the 6. I'd say a little stop shot, maybe bring it back an inch. Oh no, he's jacked up over this 9. I don't care what you say, guys. I'm trying to keep that ball in the under part of the 7. Right here, he might have to get a tougher shot on the 9. So, my prediction has happened. Manny just got to hold it together. He's going to roll this ball instead of slide it. That's no good, guys. I mean, he actually hit that ball with good speed, so it didn't unravel on him. But for me, I like to hit below center, slide my ball. You can also slide it with high ball. It's just, for me, a little less predictable. You know, I'd rather hit it like center to make it turn into high ball, opposed to some guys like to hit it with high ball. So I like to let the English grab based on the distance the cue ball's traveling. So. I don't know if there's any viewers out there, but Janine and Bobby Garza are doing big things in Florida. We thank you so much. And it takes a village. It's like to deal with all these emotions and pool players. We're not the easiest people to get along, deal with, but the family's real. I wouldn't rather do it with anybody but you guys. So. Manny's just not breaking good. It's crazy. You win the match if you're breaking good. I've watched. All right, so he'll. Damn, Alec just snatches that ball. I feel like you got to go forward there and just measure the cue ball, direct to cue ball. Thank you. Manny's got a chance here, guys.
Tony Whiteman, Mike McGuire, table 14.
Pedro Bada, thank you for having us. You're the man. I like to go up and down here. And he just rolled it. Very difficult shot on this table. See what he does here. He's probably gonna snatch it back, take the corner or the side, depending on how your stroke is. No good. So what a shot, Manny. Oh my goodness, what a shot. See if he can deal with it. Deal with the pressure. Oh no, Manny. Oh no, Manny. Oh no. He's got a back cut on the 9. I can't believe it. Why would he? Good win, Manny. Good win. Thanks for having us, guys. My name is Mike D. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. If there's anything I can help you with, I love the game and love to help you guys. Any banking information, I'm up here at Rax. Holler at your boy.
All right, coming up next, Brian Luke and Jeremy Bell.